Bogino. Welcome to Georgia Business Notes. Tonight our guest is Terry Brock, international marketing guru, syndicated columnist, marketing coach, and oh my goodness, what else?
Oh my
Welcome,
goodness,
Terry.
I don't know. Little redneck country boy, that's me.
Terry, I really appreciate you taking time out of your busy schedule while you're here in Georgia from Orlando to talk with us.
Yes, well, I'm delighted to be here, and I'm looking forward to about small business. That's my target market. That's who I be.
That's great. All right, here's the first question. You ready?
I'll try.
Okay. What is the single most important thing a small business person can do in this economy to grow their business?
Make money.
Would you like to tell them how to make it?
Yeah,
I mean, do you mean print it or what?
Yeah, actually, no, we're not the federal government. We can't just print it. But seriously, serving customers more than ever. And I think what we've got to do is get really serious. One thing beautiful about times like this is it forces us to get better at what we're doing and to get rid of the junk that we're doing. Not just the things we're doing, but the activities and maybe even some of the folks that we've been serving that really aren't going to be as profitable. Put them into another mode so that we're still serving them in a more automated way. Lean heavily on technology. And by doing that, we can really leverage ourselves a lot more. By really focusing on serving customers and just become maniacs to really help people in a positive value way for them as they interpret value.
Great. That's led right into my next question. And what is the single most important technology that a small business person can use today to promote their business or grow their business?
Well, it's hard to say. I think the telephone sometimes can be. Seriously, to get in touch with people and talk with them, connecting with people. So what technology? I don't know. I like Skype video. Mm-hmm. I think Uvu is great. I think there's all kinds of good stuff. I think a postcard that you write by hand. Remember that stuff?
Oh,
yeah. Like a quill pen and an ink blotter there. Whoa, yeah. Write that down. You stay in touch with people. That's the most important thing. And find out where they're hurting, because we're all going through pain. And right now is a wonderful time to be able to find out, okay, where are they hurting? What's going on? And what can we do to alleviate that pain? Be the aspirin, which is really important versus being just the first part of the aspirin, which, never mind.
I think that's a different show.
That's a different show. Never mind on that.
What do you think is the biggest mistake small business people make when it comes to technology?
When it comes to technology, I think they start looking for the technology itself. As like I was talking to a client this week, and he was looking for a new computer. And he said, okay, Terry, what computer should I get? I'm looking at this one and this one and this one. I go, whoa, stop. Step back. What is it you want to do? Well, we want to do this and this. I go, great, let's define that first. Then what are you going to need to support that? What kind of technologies do you need for that? I mean, forget is it a Dell, is it a Mac, is it a Windows, is it HP, there's a lot of good ones out there right now. You got to define what it is that you need to do to serve customers first. Then from there, figure out, okay, what can we use to support that? And you use a multitude of things. When I'm over in Japan, I love the way they do it. They're definitely high tech. You go to Akihabara, Shinjuku, and around in there in those areas, they got some of the greatest high-tech stuff anywhere in the world. But they also use really simple things like paper and pen and abacus, and I'm not kidding. You'll see abacus there. They're good at that too. Woo, look at that. I tried a little bit. They go, no, white boy, you cannot do it. I'm trying it, and everything. But you want to use whatever you can and have fun with it. And again, go back to serving customers, helping connect with them and solving their problems. That's the key.
Right. Technology aside, not too long ago you had a post on your blog and you talked about
and that's over at terrybrock.com. Shameless plug there.
No, we're gonna put that right on there. You talked about the WIFM issue. So, and there were 3 steps you had, and the first one was you had 3 points. It's not about you, it's about the customer, was your first point.
Yes, I think that's the most important. See, often we look at, people start talking about themselves, and it's a natural thing to think of ourselves, just the way we are as human beings, our neuropsychosis of who we are, and it is kind of a neuropsychosis, it's like, because we're always thinking about ourselves. We're always seeing the world from our point of view. What we've got to do is break past that and care for the other person. As we do that, then it's one of those wonderful things and strange things about the way the universe works. As we care for other people and really serve them, then it comes back to us inevitably. I mean, I've tried sometimes to say, okay, I'm just going to try. I'm going to give more to others, and then see, so nothing comes back. And sure enough, whoosh. I mean, I think that's the technical term, whoosh. It comes back, and it's like all this good stuff is happening because we want to help other people. So that in the WIFM is what's in it for me. WIIFM, we always say everyone's favorite radio station.
Right.
My buddy over in Australia, Winston Marsh, has that on his license plate. There, I did when I was over there. I video recorded. I go, do you know we use those for radio stations in the States? They go, oh, I didn't know that. You know? Hey, mate, good day. You know? So but you really want to concentrate on what's in it for me. If you can see that tattooed on everyone's forehead that you talk to, what's in it for me, you're going to do a lot better in life.
Now, the second point was staying current, and I wanted to ask you, what are some of the things that you read? Where do you go to get information to stay current today?
I love reading. I read lots of stuff. I'll read a book or two a day, and I find that that it's marvelous to do.
I hope you're a speed reader, Terry.
I'm actually using photo reading. Photo reading. You look it up, do a Google on that, and you'll find it's incredible. But we sat down and went through it, and they taught us how to read, like, literally, I'm not making this up, 20 books in a day. 20 books. I'm a jaded journalist, so I write for business journals and all that, and so I thought, yeah, right, and then I saw what we did. It's great. So I love reading, but I listen to a lot of podcasts. I drove up here from Orlando. One of the reasons I could listen to great podcasts on the way, and I'm getting some of the best of the best. I'm listening to Jack Welch. I'm listening to the Wall Street Journal. I'm listening to Harvard IdeaCast. I'm listening to Wharton Knowledge at Wharton. I'm listening to the Thomas Jefferson Hour. I love that stuff.
Is he still around?
He is. He's around right now with a podcast that he's interviewed every week through Clayton Jenkinson, and so you go to jeffersonhour.org and you get some of the most rich, historically accurate ideas, and he portrays Thomas Jefferson, and he answers questions as Jefferson would, with Jefferson cognizant of what's happening today. And so you see, being current, I'm saturating my mind with what's going on today, but also reaching back into history to see here's what happened before, because it's like George Santayana said, those that do not study history are condemned to repeat it. And so as we learn about history and we learn what worked before and go, that was interesting when those Prussians were doing that, and Otto von Bismarck did that, or Genghis Khan did this when he was stomping up and down there in the steppes and all that. Same thing's happening today, and we don't learn. Somebody needs to send that as a telegraph to Washington, to those rascals up there, to say, look, it didn't work before, it ain't going to work this time, okay?
Right. And the third and final point was you made was be hungry for solutions. Tell me about that.
I think being hungry for solutions means it's an attitude that you're saying, I'm always looking for what can we do to solve it, rather than saying, oh, this won't work. Oh, no, it won't work. Realistically, be positive. That doesn't mean you stick your head in the ground as an ostrich. It doesn't mean you go, oh, gee, I'm not, there's one I hear all the time. Well, I hear there's a recession, but I'm not going to be part of it. Oh, that's like saying, yeah, I'm on an airplane that's going down, but I'm not going to be part of it. Yeah, hey, bozo, you're on it, okay? But it doesn't mean you have to be negative. It means we're cognizant. We are aware of what's going on in this world. We read the paper. We know the current news. We know this stuff. But we also have an indomitable spirit to get ahead, and we're going to succeed because we're going to find the solution no matter where it is hiding out there. It might be under a rock. We might have to do this. We have to adjust. We have to do things. We might have to move. We might have to change. We might have to learn some new skills. Oh, my goodness. We might have to, go back to school. Oh, wow. Of course, we should be doing that all the time anyway. Right. So you should be learning new skills and changing all the time. And so when new things come, you can go, oh, gee, they owe it to me. It's not fair. Well, my buddy Bruce Wilkinson said, fair is something that comes to town once a year. It has a merry-go-round. This ain't it. Okay? Fair does not exist on this planet.
I love it. Terry, thank you so much for being here. And how can people get in touch with you?
Well, the best way is through my website, www.terrybrock.com, and that's Terry, and I spell Brock the right way, Brock, terrybrock.com, and have a good time. Just look at some of the videos and all that, and let me know what you think. I'd love to hear from people that have heard the interview.
Right, and you have a blog on there, and people can participate in that. You have a coaching program that's people can get in on. Yeah. Your achievement factor,
Yeah. High Achievers Coaching System. And I put that together because I found I needed something when I was getting started that I could talk to a real human being, get communication there. And a lot of people will give you a standard program, and those are good. And I've got things I show in marketing. I mean, my MBA's in marketing, and technology and the new developments there, but also some real important personal development. But also, you've got a way to reach me directly. Send email. When you're in that program, and it's unlimited email. So, and I respond to those myself.
I can attest to that. You do.
Well, I like to do that. It's for me, it's good. And also it's good for me because, hey, I'm a journalist. I'm always looking for an idea every week. I got to write a column. I'm sitting there going, okay, what am I going to do? And I'm twirling my thumbs. My editors are drumming their fingers going, okay, Terry, we need an article this week. So when I can get some great ideas, which comes from people's questions, when I start hearing 5, 10 people saying, Terry, what about the oogamoggers? I go, ooh, oogamoggers are important. Let's look into that.
Okay, great. Thanks for joining us today. This has been Diane Bogino with Georgia Business Directory, and thanks to Terry Brock for joining us today.